What is up?
Super Truck Bobo, you got a copy over?
Roger that. We do 5x5, wall to wall, and treetop tall.
I was doing some research. You got my mind ticking, and I started doing research because I remember you saying the 9 millimeter, you really didn't need a 357 SIG.
Yep.
So what I found was the most powerful 357 SIG I could find is coming out the barrel at 1,425 feet per second.
Lightweight bullet.
125 grainer. And
that ain't bad.
yeah. And the most powerful 9 millimeter I could find was 1,200 feet. Moving out the barrel at around 1,200 feet per second. 124 grain. So they're close. But now you got me wanting to do a ballistics test with it.
The FBI did a ballistics test in ballistics gel between all the guns. They all penetrate the same.
Okay, so you're thinking more of a penetration test rather than an impact test.
Well, the thing is you get the penetration, but a faster round will send more of a shockwave. But the difference at 200 feet per second is nothing.
That's minimal, you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. And for the price you pay in the bullets or the cartridges themselves, compared to between the two, you get a lot more training with the 9 millimeter. So if you have the 9 millimeter, your training is, you can do way more training with the 9 millimeter, so you're more accurate with the 9.
Yeah, well, because the plus P rounds are pretty expensive. This demands more research. We need to get the homies and come back here. Oh yeah, homies on the way, buddy. Hey guys, Tim here again. You guys heard the phone call, you heard the claims and the discussion. Normally, me and Bob are on the same page on a lot of things, but on this one, not so much. Basically, he was saying that the 9 mil puts the 357 SIG and the 40 out of business. I'm going to do a ballistics test today, and we're going to figure that out right now. And I only need 2 guns to do it. Got my 40 cal HK with the aftermarket EFK 357 SIG barrel, and my 357 Mag Taurus with the 9 millimeter cylinder. So we'll be able to perform all those ballistics tests today, right here with 2 guns. Let's do it. Let's see what Bob's talking about. The first one's going to be a shock value test, and I'm going to shoot some water-filled empty milk jugs, 1-gallon jugs, and we're going to watch for the biggest splash pattern between the 9, 357 SIG and the 40, and then we're going to do a penetration test with some steel plates. 9 millimeter hollow point, and this is our plus P round. Let's try this out. 9 millimeter full metal jacket coming in on the plates. Okay guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out of plates. The 9 millimeter went through all 5 of these. Alright, let's do a 357 SIG. Okay guys, 357 SIG hollow point, same thing. Look at that guys, that's way more shredded than that 9 millimeter. Look at that. I call it the 9 millimeter Magnum because that's what it truly is. 357 SIG, it looked like it did quite a bit more shock value than the 9 millimeter. Alright guys, 357 SIG, full metal jacket out of the SIG barrel in the HK. Oh, no way. Guys, you're never going to believe this. I don't understand this, but the 357 SIG actually only went through the 3rd plate and stopped on the 4th plate. Dang it. I don't understand that at all. I don't. How did the 9mm do it and the 357 SIG didn't? I don't get that. Guys, that had to be a fluke. Let's try that just one more time. Ah, now we got it, guys. Okay. I was using that crappy Czech ammo that I hate. Thank God that was the last of it. But it sucked in my 6.5 Swede and in my 30-30. And I'm so glad to be out of that. Okay, the bottom one here, that's 357 SIG. Went clean through, made a real much bigger hole than the 9mm, guys. So, thank goodness. Whew! Dodged a bullet on that one because I was thinking that the 357 SIG was in trouble, but it's not. We're good. It's just that crappy Czech ammo, so we're good, guys. I'm so glad that 357 SIG did not let me down, because that would have been a major in your face from Bobo to me. I'm glad he didn't get to do that. He still might get to, because I'm proving his point that the penetration is all the same on all 3 calibers, but at least he doesn't get to throw that other one in my face about the 9 being better than the 357. All right, guys, let's try the 40. Wow, look at those 40 holes, guys. These things are huge. They're a lot bigger than the other ones. However, I only have one 40 that made it through the bottom. And I don't know why. It would almost seem like the 9mm has a little more penetration than the 40. Which astounds me. I did not see that coming, guys. But we need to prove that. Let's do a little more 9mm and be sure that that's a conclusion here. And look at that, guys. We have, you can tell by the back side of these that these are 9mm. And I was going to throw it in Bob's face that the 9mm made it through those plates just like I did in high school, just barely squeak by. But then I found these, and I know that these golden ones are 40s. I know that's my 40 cal, and the weight's considerably heavier. So, unfortunately, Bob, yeah, you were right. This time. Alright, guys, so Bob was right concerning these other ones, but he made a claim that the 357 Magnum doesn't have a whole lot more penetration than the 40. Alright, that I can't sit with, okay? So I'm going to actually destroy these plates with the 357 mag. Wow, that one's got more power, huh?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that one?
Way to take I like it. It's not the way that yeah, the other one that I shot a bigger one. And that thing was rowdy.
Oh, like the 44s?
Yeah, like it was a lot.
Taurus G2, right? That was okay. All right. I don't think I've ever shot one this size. See, not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Nah, shoot them up, man.
So is it just?
I just feel bad. I didn't buy any ammo.
That's all right, dude.
It's that H110 powder makes all that nasty smoke.
You have to pull. So it's pull each time, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, you don't have to.
Oh, you don't?
You don't have to.
Yeah, I was like, I thought so. I thought if you just pull the trigger, it'll pull it back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just makes it easier.
All right.
Yeah.
I wasn't counting. Was that 5?
You know what they say? Pull the trigger till it goes click.
That's right.
There you go. Wow, that one's got more power, huh?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It's got more power than those brass we were shooting earlier. Yeah, nice, dude. What do you think of that one?
Way to
I
take
like it.
down the pull
It's not.
for the
It's
target.
not the way that. Yeah, the other one that I shot a bigger one. That thing was rowdy.
Oh, like the 44s?
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, it was a lot.
Do all of them.
All the ones in that.
Oh, you're
And then,
set.
and then I'll do a whole. Then I'll do a whole set.
Right, $500 for the can.
Oh, did you see that? Yank.
Feel the can, you must. Yeah, there's 500 right there.
So what was that, 4?
I didn't count.
I didn't count either.
That was 4.
Yeah. I went to.
Either way, but you have this magical thing called a reloading press. You can load plus E ammo yourself.
Okay, so I can reload 9mm to plus P.
Yeah, and the thing is the bottleneck on those 357 SIGs is rather delicate. So when you're resizing them, you got to be real careful. When you're loading the bullets, you got to be real careful.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas the 9mm, you can sit there and just slop them in all day long.
yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah.
But you made another claim too. You were also saying that the improved 9mm also made the 40 cal pretty much obsolete.
Yep.
So I'm looking at what grain am I because I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna do a comparison. So I'm gonna do the 9mm versus the 40. What?
Okay. The 40 is 1mm bigger than the 9mm.
So, oh yeah, you're saying because you're saying 9mm to 10mm. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And you're talking more recoil, but the same velocity or less velocity, and the same penetration, and nearly the same expansion of the hollow points.
Okay.
Same penetration. If you're talking penetration and full metal jackets, you get the exact same penetration.
Okay, with just so the only advantage to a 40 is just a little more diameter.
Yeah, it's a little thicker.
Yeah.
But I would rather go to an 11 millimeter.
In a, let me see, what, oh, so you're talking 41 Magnum.
No, well, 11.5 millimeter.
What caliber is that?
45 ACP.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
With a 200 grain bullet, I am just under 1,000 feet per second.
Okay, now what's...
But it gets the same penetration as a 9 millimeter or 40 cal. But instead of expanding up to, a 9 millimeter and a 40 cal will expand to about 50 caliber. A 45 will expand up to 65 caliber.
Oh, okay. All right, even with the slower speed.
Even though it's going slower, it's going to dump more energy into what it hits.
Okay, all right.
And what happens with energy dump is you're creating a bigger shock wave, which is going to disturb the central nervous system of whatever you hit.
All right. Okay, I don't want to go too fast because I want to do an accurate comparison when I do the video. So when I'm doing the 9 versus 40 Full Metal Jacket, should the grain weight bullets of the bullets be similar?
Yeah.
Because I think the smallest I'm going to be able to go that I can find in a 40 is right around 160 grains. I don't know if I can find that in a 9 mil.
Well, if you had your magic device set up, you could order 180 grain 10 millimeter bullets to load in your 40 cal.
Well, I have 180 grain 40s.
Okay.
But I won't be able to find near that in a 9 millimeter though.
Well, 9 millimeter, the heaviest you'll generally be able to go is 147 grain.
Yeah. Okay,
in fact, that's what I'm switching over to in my 9.
Yeah.
Because every deer that I've shot with a 125 grain bullet, I've had to pump 2 into its head to make it stop squirming.
With a 9?
With a 9.
Yeah.
But with a 45, it only takes 1 shot.
Yeah.
With a 200 grain bullet. So I decided, I'm going to 147 grain hollow point. So I loaded up 147 grain hollow points. And that's my carry round now in 9.
So I know that about a 40, because I've done that with a 40. With a 40, I've shot 2 deer and 1 antelope